the fact that it's just like 2 or 3 of us today, we can literally just talk about whatever we want. And I that's what I decided. Well, let's just seize the opportunity. And today I wanted to talk about something that wasn't English football, but Italian football and AC Milan literally falling to like the lowest of lows over the last 10, 15 years or 10 years, I'd say. So slowly creeping their way back up. It was Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Pioli as the manager. So because they drew yesterday 2-2 to Parma, so they got like a last minute goal from their left back Theo Hernandez. And it's just the fact that they're literally the only undefeated team in the top 5 European leagues after the first lockdown. So from March to April time, literally they are the only team left from the top 5. And that's incredible looking at the teams like Man City and Liverpool and Bayern Munich. The fact that AC Milan have literally been quietly going along their journey in getting back to the top of Serie A. And the fact that in the next round of the Europa League, I find that quite fascinating of how they've had to rebuild teams again and again. And I believe that this is like their chance to get back to the top.
I mean, obviously signing Zlatan at this age and the type of player he is, you know, it was always going to be a massive risk.
But now I feel like they've got the real deal with Pioli as manager and Zlatan spearheading the team. And again, it's just fun to see an Italian team doing so well.
Yeah, I mean, like they've been sort of hovering about in mid-table and not even doing much in the not even being in the Champions League as well. Some seasons, so it's nice to have them back up there. You know, they are a big club. Historically, they've won, you know, plenty of Champions Leagues as well in their past. So it's always a bit, you know, sad when you see something like that happen to such a big team. But it looks like they're back on the up. Especially that league has become a bit boring, you'd say, with Juventus winning it pretty much every season. I mean, Inter Milan have been close. Napoli have
9-10 years, I think they've won in a row. Juventus, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's just not like competitive anymore, is it? But I mean, it'd be nice to like even have a title challenge, even if they don't win it, just to give a challenge. I think it'd be a big thing.
Because they've gone from having the most amazing manager in Carlo Ancelotti, winning them the Champions League after losing in the final 2 years prior in 2005. Everyone remembers Istanbul. But the fact that they've gone from like Gattuso and Seedorf, and they haven't been the best of managers to choose from. So I really think Pioli's way of playing is fantastic because Çalhanoğlu looks like an amazing talent and is linked with Man United. And I think he'd be a superstar for us.
Everyone's linked with Man United, man.
I mean, sometimes it's better to sort of have a complete overhaul than it is just to sort of paper over the cracks kind of thing. Like, look, it takes time, you know, to sort of build something special.
I was saying to Vish previously, it's just the team that we grew up with, seeing on Champions League nights every Wednesday night, Tuesday night against the big teams of Europe. And they were so fun to see and they're so elegant in the way they played. And ever since I've become a football scout, I've been learning more about AC Milan. That's why I'm a bit passionate in terms of watching their highlights every week or learning more on why scout and things like that, because you can see the type of play that they have and the type of quality that they have in their team, which is fantastic. I'm just going to name a few players that I found interesting. Theo Hernandez is someone that I'm pretty sure everyone knows in terms of the French international. He could have gone anywhere in Europe, but he went to AC Milan and is killing it right now. Fantastic players to see, and it's just exciting players crossing the ball in early, making sure it's hitting Zlatan Ibrahimovic. We don't need to mention Zlatan Ibrahimovic because everyone and their mum knows about Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Swedish hero, man. He's a Swedish hero.
Amazing player, even for that 1 year at Man United. I don't count the second year because he barely did anything and he was injured, unfortunately.
So unlucky to get injured, man.
The creative players that you got front, Çalhanoğlu, I mentioned, Brahim Diaz, who was in the Man City academy and he was at Real Madrid's academy as well. But he's gone to AC Milan and is killing it right now. It's fantastic to see young talent again. We don't get that kind of showman in terms of attacking players anymore. They all kind of play in a system and they all kind of play rigid football, but you don't get to see any fun players like Brahim Diaz or Hauge. He's the Norwegian youngster who's like in left mid and attacking mid, and he's a joy to watch. He scored a few goals in the Europa League, which I thought, wow, this guy coming from, they literally signed him this summer as well, and he's another superstar from Norway like Haaland or Odegaard. And you're just there like Norway are bringing up so many cool talents. Sandro Tonali, who everyone probably knows from FIFA or Football Manager. Again, he was signed from Brescia. He's like another Andrea Pirlo type mold player. The fact that he can come on every now and then and just control the game and to have that maturity at his young age to control a game at like 21, 22 is fantastic. Do you reckon we'll be able to see AC Milan at the top of Serie A or winning European trophies anytime soon? And I certainly hope so, and I believe so. Have a watch of them. I find them fascinating to watch and a lot more exciting than you see a lot more Italian teams.
But it'd be nice to see a competitive league there. That it's not just Juventus, you know, that are like 6 points clear of the last game.
Milan are like 5 points clear at the moment, and there's like 10, 11 games in. Worldwide audiences could come back to Serie A in terms of watching other games apart from Juventus and Ronaldo.
There are some good players in the league, the Italian league. You can't deny it. Like, you know, Napoli's got players, Lazio's got good players. Obviously, Inter's got loads of players now as well. But even for AC Milan to still get a Champions League place secured is, you know, would be a good achievement, I'd say.
The fact that they've spent so much money in the last 10 years and they've had to sell loads of deadwood. Again, it's one of those things where you see so many rebuilds and so many failed rebuilds, and it's just nice to see that. I certainly believe that Zlatan Ibrahimovic will be the main figure for the rest of the season. And that
he's really looked after his body well. I think that's the main thing.
It's
even after the injury he got at United, to think that he's come back.
I was going to mention that injury against Anderlecht. I was just there like, not many people of any age could recover from that properly, and he did, which was amazing.